Excuse me. Good evening. So today we are getting a little deeper into my brain. We are pulling my brain cells apart and looking at them. But before that, we are going to talk about the thumbnail. What happened to me? Why am I writing this? Today, I feel like I failed. Every time I come to my hometown and I make a goal in my mind that I want to approach females. I don't do it. I do sometimes, and sometimes I don't. I always think I'm gonna do 10 approaches a day, but I don't. I think, okay, I'm gonna go out and find whoever I can, and I'm gonna do the approach. I do find some people that do approach, but then I get scared. What if I ask for the number and they reject me? What if I get rejected? I get scared of those eyes, that body language. I get scared of being socially shamed. The same I'll feel within myself if I get rejected. So I do have a fear of rejection. So this is another point. This isn't the first time it has happened. As you can see from the language, this has happened a lot of times. I get scared. I get scared to move forward. I get scared of the unpredictable, of the what if. These are some of the internal factors that do hold me back. And then there are some of the external factors. I remember when I start being approaches in front of my parents or relatives, like not females of course, but I just start talking with random people, men, they start to shut me up. They say, what are you doing? People don't talk like this. You are not supposed to do this. I still remember vividly when I was sitting with my uncle in a car and we were driving somewhere and we stopped at the signal. The light was red, and this zebra crossing, and we were just behind it, and there was this guy who came in his bike and stood next to us. He was looking at me. He did not wear a helmet, and he was looking at me like he knew me, and I was like, "Hi." I just waved my hand and said hi from within the car. My uncle was like, "Why are you doing that? This is not something you're supposed to do. You should not talk to people." This is not the single time that it has happened. This has happened multiple times. My mom, oh, this is an external factor. We cannot control it. So, what we can control is the internal factors. that I do not want to get out of my comfort zone. And why would I? Why would I get out of my comfort zone? Your mind doesn't want to get out of the comfort zone. Oh no, it doesn't. It just wants to sit in its quiet place. It just wants to be comfortable looking from afar, not willing to put itself out there for rejection, for the wide grind that is required to succeed through. And when I talk about this, I start thinking about maybe I'm not meant for this. Maybe I'm one of those people who are not good at this. But what I want to be is not defined by who I am right now. I don't want it to be defined by what I am and what I am not. I want to be something greater. My want is to be something greater. So I cannot tell myself that I'm not meant for this. Even if I'm not meant for that, I am supposed to do it to get better at it. Maybe I won't ever get results, but it's not the results that matter. That's the karma. And it's easier to say that you should not look at the results but the process, but you need validation. Your mind needs the validation. You have to be an absolute sociopath, an absolute psychopath to not look at results and just grind through and grind through. Now that gives me an idea of the solution. But before that, we are going to look at some of the excuses that I give myself. What I've noticed, to be quite frank, is whenever I come to my hometown, I feel a certain kind of homesickness, like I am becoming the lesser version of me whenever I come home. Maybe it's because of the trauma and all, but we should not let it hinder our path. Our path is greater. We are greater. We cannot let it define what we are. We cannot let our trauma hold the gates for our evolution. We need death. We need to die to become something greater, to become something more powerful than what we are. I do give excuses like girls don't like me, the look they give me. I need to be an absolute sociopath. I need to submit to the superego, which does what it does. But why is it that this is all good when it is in theory? Everything there is you forget when you go outside and put yourself out there. Maybe you're not supposed to put it in your head. Maybe you're supposed to just do it. I'll try that. So what we are going to do in the solution is we are going to make an Excel sheet. We do not care if we get beaten up. We do not care if we are ostracized. We do not care of anything. We do not care about anything. The only thing we care about is making the reps, getting the reps in, doing what is required for us to become the better version, doing what is needed to get what we want. So I am making an Excel sheet, and I am doing what I should have months ago. This is me. I admit I failed, but I will rise up. I will die. I will sacrifice this failure. And if I don't rise up, then I die. Then I am sacrificed for the greater good. And if I do rise up, I'll be the phoenix that soars through the sky. The Lord is your superego, and you should dedicate yourself to it. That's it. Peace.